All right, I'm reeling this in, okay?
All right.
So, Carter, surely you have a bunch of stuff you want to talk about, right?
Yeah. Dad wanted to know who clavicular is. And I wanted
we already talked. He's watched the podcast. He knows who he is.
Well, he didn't. He had to ask us.
I was asking y'all because I'm going to talk about it on my podcast, and I'd love to get I was trying to get your opinion of what you know. So when I do my
He's
podcast,
a
I can talk
self-loathing, miserable.
He's just a guy. Here's the big thing, Dad.
Scum-encrusted fuckbag is what we say in the industry.
Yeah, Dad, keep in mind, like, so many of these people are just grifters who are like, oh, if you just be edgy and make a spectacle out of yourself, like, people will talk about you and you can make a career off of that.
I did. That's exactly how I made my career.
I don't think you made yourself a spectacle.
Not quite like that, because there is, like...
No, I agree.
There's an angle this guy takes to everything. Like he smashes his bones. This is true? Or is this just something people say?
No, I mean, it's
he does,
overplayed. It's overplayed.
Is it like just knocking? Like he's not actually...
Did he do it one time and then he says, I do this all the time like people do?
It's like that. It got overblown about how often
he's
it
tanning
happens.
leather. That's all it is. He's just tanning leather. It's more firm. It's more stable. He becomes a symbol of strength that you can kind of see and feel.
So when y'all start your pod, do you have a theme? What's the theme today? Or do you not do
we
that?
need
I
to
don't
get
wanna be
so
that's
for
how I
the
do mine.
audience, like, I did talk to Patrick. I know I was in a bunch of tangents. I'm working on fixing on how I speak, so it's more,
because usually we do an intro,
more
but
consumable.
he wants
and everything.
just the rambling, the incoherent rambling.
It wasn't incoherent. I did an intro. I was like, we're doing the thing. We have a live audience.
We're doing it live.
Doing it live.
No, it's.
It is. It's just off air, and he cuts it off.
Okay,
But this time,
no,
I'm in control.
Here we go. Ready?
Because usually I can reel him in because it's just me and him. But when he gets a nail and people are laughing at him, because I'm just like, okay. I'm like, okay. But when people are like, oh yeah, hyping him up, then he's like, he's
all right.
And he just starts. He's like, what do you think?
All right, so let's do this. Let's
all right, so
stop down and let Brooker kind of start the direction of where we're going.
Okay.
Otherwise,
But let's still keep this
will
stuff
be
in.
very
I think
frustrating
it's
for people.
authentic. Right, Stevie? Hannah? Patrick gave me the thumbs up. Yeah, see? All right. Go ahead, Brooker.
This is the Broken English Brothers podcast. We're live at I don't think I should say where we're actually at, but we're at a campsite.
Geo-guess it or something.
We're at a campsite.
Location. Off the grid.
I'm your co-host, Brooker. This is Carter and Sequoia over here, and then my father, as if for any Brewers out there that have been watching, Mitch. He is also joining us as a guest, like Sequoia. So you heard a lot of us talking about clavicular. I don't want to talk about that.
We're not going to talk about it. We got everything we needed to say. Some loser who's being the next. Yeah, he was just trying to be the next Honey Boo Boo. That's all it was. No way. Is that...
Oh, no.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Like
another vehicle has entered the premises.
But now Carter's going to leave the show. So hey, what's
All right.
what's going on?
All right. We'll have him join the audience.
And it'll be natural, and it'll be true to life.
Carter, again, he's talking, so why don't you set it down?
Just set it down between y'all.
It'll pick it up.
It better pick it up. If it doesn't, ladies and gentlemen,
It's just you're not going to be able to clip it like that. You need to just do it like
set it like
just
right
resting.
here. Just rest
rest
it. Right
it.
there.
Just rest it on the cup. There
And
you
then,
go.
and then
And you need
Canyon,
to-
when you talk, just talk a little bit
and
louder.
just
than normal.
keep in mind
And
it's
Carter,
resting on
just
the
talk
cup.
normal.
So you have
Yes. I understand.
Okay, so obviously this is great production value, as you guys can see. We're sharing microphones.
Is this your first location shoot?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, wasn't there that hotel room? It was like
Oh, it's a
it
joke.
was like third
No,
floor,
some
17th room. There was you
Where's
kind of
this
had
going?
a little bit of draftiness. The window was open. It was busted. No, you don't remember? In Muskogee,
With Stogie.
Yeah,
I don't get
I
the
don't think
I don't
that
get the
happened.
reference.
that one night,
The
that
one
special guest appearance.
All
is
right,
that what you
let's
were
let's reel it back in.
Okay, so you wanted to talk about some
All right, so
law
there's
firm
some
or something.
so there's some really good stuff going on.
Town.
My dad didn't know, or Mitch didn't. I'm gonna be calling you
You
Mitch.
can
So
call me
he's gonna have to
Dad.
get over it.
Either way.
Okay, so Mitch didn't know about this. Maybe Sequoia does. Carter definitely didn't, and so this is so funny to me that it's hitting my news cycle first.
They've been hyping it up. What if it like they've been hyping it up and it's like the guy he put the punctuation in the wrong thing. They had to throw out the case. And then it's like something like that or something. Okay,
Remember,
sorry to
it
interrupt.
was
Okay,
one
go
after
on.
Magna
All
Carta.
right. Okay, go
I
on.
remember.
Thank you. All right, so there was a sexual assault lawsuit that came out. So it originally came from a John Doe, right? Anonymous person.
Jane Doe or John?
A John Doe. A John Doe was complaining about a J.P. Morgan financier, whatever, high level position, whatever. So, and this is why I wish I had my notes, but of course we're using my camera, so I'm going off script here. But basically, the lawsuit alleged that she had like confronted him in the studio or in like one of the offices, and she starts fondling her breasts, and she says, "I bet your Asian fish head wife had cannons like this."
Your Asian fish head
had these cannons.
That's a direct quote.
That's like a direct quote
from
the
what John
lawsuit.
Doe
From a
said.
bank robbery?
No. So it was a bank, and there was a guy that worked there
J.P. Morgan.
at J.P. Morgan, and he said that like one of the executives had sexually assaulted him, or sexually harassed. Excuse me.
This is one where the executives did.
One of the executives, yes.
A female
her
executive.
name's Laura Hajidi, I think, is how
Okay.
you pronounce it. But that's one of the quotes. He said,
fish head wife.
"Yeah, your Asian, fish head, wife had these cannons while she's fondling it." And then she's like, "Oh, I bet your little what? What does what mean?"
Any of the string of words that
I
have-
bet your Asian,
Which
fish head
which
wife-
is okay, which is important because first off, my joke is what
told you it
woman
was funny.
has ever said cannons, calling their breasts cannons?
Yeah.
I've never called them cannons.
Right, like-
ever in my life in a sexual way.
My
or
bazooka
Wow.
boobies,
Yeah.
baby.
I've never
It,
called them
to me,
cannons.
that's why it sound all the like. This sounds like a
Well, so-
fraudulent.
Here-
But there's
Hearsay.
the argument.
Spurious.
The argument could also be it's like, well, it's almost too off kilter to not be true. Like who makes that stuff up?
Exactly.
Right?
Well,
Well,
that's what I'm at.
it honestly,
Oh,
but like
man.
such a line seems
Yeah,
like it wasn't
yeah.
sexual in nature. It was almost like just
Well, it
some
continues.
joke.
Well,
but
it continues.
There's the gibbles.
So it goes on to say that she's like, oh, no one would want I'm not trying to be too overt because I'm
No
not
one would want a
exacting. But it's like a filthy.
Stable,
well, it was like
caring
who would want.
individual such as myself. A humble, loving,
Okay.
compassionate,
All right.
sincere individual.
No,
That's
it
what-
said like who
that's
would
what she
want
would
like
say.
a filthy Indian to run the things
A
like
brown
if-
boy is what
Yeah,
she
or
referred
a
to.
filthy brown boy Indian would want to like they would actually promote that. It's like, so you want me in your corner, so you're gonna have sex with me right now, or I'm gonna make sure you
You
never
want me
get
in your
promoted.
corner,
A woman.
in the corner, right
So a woman is saying this to this man, and so he's suing because of that. And so, to me, it sounds like if this woman is real,
She's a real person.
she's a real person. But if she really said this is like I've never met a woman like this in my entire life.
What would you
and
do
I would.
if
I
you
wish
were
when I was
single?
dating, I would love to have met a woman like that to say,
Hey.
look at these cannons. There is a movie
What we
called.
call them firebrands.
There's a movie called Disclosure with Demi Moore. Did y'all ever see that? And
don't
it's
know
just this, where the woman was sexually harassing a
A
subordinate.
guy. Have you ever heard of a thing like that? A woman assaulting a guy.
It does happen.
I know
I mean,
it happened.
how
Yeah, I know,
ridiculous.
that's the
It-
joke.
oh,
Like,
I'm saying shit
man
happened.
up.
But I
I mean,
guarantee
what are
you,
we talking about?
What I mean,
I guarantee you, saying your wife probably doesn't have these cannons or anything
your
of the
Asian
like.
fish head wife.
I'm about to light these puppies up, if you know what I'm saying.
Or maybe it was fish.
I would
Asian
love to have
wife.
been to that party where that was being said.
Patrick,
or whatever it
if
was.
that happened to you, what, would you have gone for it?
Well,
He said no, ladies and
well,
gentlemen.
we don't have a good visual. We need someone to kind of,
All
like,
right, ladies.
Well, we have
She's
we have a picture of her,
She's-
but
She's an attractive woman. She's a very attractive
Wait,
woman.
really?
Yeah, she's not. You know what I mean, she's
yeah,
not.
if you could look her. Well, you
she's
probably
nice
can't
looking,
look her
yeah,
up,
but-
Does she have like what?
she's
How
got,
I
big?
she
can't
has
tell.
cannons. Yes.
Okay,
I
didn't
mean,
know that.
you have to have a cup measurement.
What does?
Description of cannon.
What is cannon?
Big- big
as
breasts.
the man- Okay, but okay.
What?
That's all.
I'm
Ample
just saying,
breath?
just
But
based
how-
off
what's
of
big?
the picture.
I could say the same.
Again, if I wasn't the
Yeah.
one recording on my phone, I'd show everyone a picture, and then you'd be able to visualize. And
All right, somebody
I have
get
him
it
saved to a
in the
folder.
editing, I will.
I could easily pull it up,
You'll pop
You'll
up the picture.
insert some
if not for the
cannons.
connection.
I will insert some cannons.
Fire
for
the
video.
cannons!
This is right here. Some cannons.
So it went on. That it was basically that. So just saying, oh yeah, if you don't have sex with me right now in this office, like I'm gonna make sure you never get promoted. You never
And
get
why?
this.
And he didn't go for it. That's the part.
No,
I'm
he's
confused.
married. He's like, no, I don't want
Oh
to.
yeah, that's right. Fish head
His
wife.
Fish head Asian wife.
Huh.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make any
I
sense.
don't.
Is she married?
I
What's
want to like.
situation?
Can we put a picture on screen? Because I just want to know like.
I really would like to
Is there
know.
a little
Wait,
bit of
hold
that,
on.
like,
I think
the
you
fish
texted
head
me
wife.
Oh yeah, I
pictures.
texted him.
kind
Okay,
of
so
a little
he'll be
bit
able to
like a
show.
like
Here
a
you go.
bloop bloop kind of face maybe happening.
Well, hang on. He's pulling up the
Hold on,
picture
did
of
you
the
wait?
wife.
Did you get
The
the
fish
other
head
one?
wife?
No.
Wait,
Okay,
wait,
here,
hold on.
This is her.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the fish head?
No, this is the lady that did this.
That's the lady that did this bullshit. What the
Carter.
fuck is this?
That's a deceptive angle. That's a deceptive.
Well, there's
camera
another
angle.
and who is this?
That's the same lady. Those are the same lady. But that's the.
She has like a small head. It's like weird.
No, look at you can see the ceiling behind her.
Alright.
That's
glass.
the angle she took. Yeah,
It's a glass ceiling.
yeah. And it's broken. You better fucking believe it's broken.
It's fucking broken.
It's shattered.
Oh my god, I saw a picture of her the other day. I just
So
didn't know
you-
it.
That's
you
why
saw the
it's
article.
yeah.
I didn't know in what context it was.
What, it was like your company's like breaking the glass ceiling.
Okay.
I saw it in Daily Mail.
Daily Mail?
A 100% accurate true news source.
So would you agree that those are cannons? No.
Stevie says no.
Wait, did you see him? I don't know. Man.
I don't know.
Do you want to see again?
Yeah, sure.
Cannons aren't super long
The
though.
way she's holding, she could be pushing.
Long?
No, I think it's implying cannonballs, right?
I mean,
No.
she does have, yes.
No,
Like
there's
the size of a cannonball.
no,
Yeah,
no.
yes,
Well, I mean,
Cannons,
that would-
cannons shoot out something, right?
I
They
would not
shoot
say
out,
cannons.
But they're not shooting.
As a woman that loves women,
She's not.
she doesn't have cannons.
I want to see the fish head wife.
Well, to her, she's
JB,
got
can you
her
pull
own
that up?
set of cannons.
JB,
She's got her
pull
own
up the fish head
armory.
wife.
She loves her boobs, and I love that for her.
Yeah, I don't.
If it's real, if it's
I
real.
thought that was the picture of the fish head wife. I need to see
Okay,
the fish
so
I need to see
well,
the
we have
picture.
nothing. So because he was originally anonymous, but he got leaked about who he was, and then everyone's like, okay, yeah, this didn't happen because he's got like a really kind of.
Fish head.
Do you see what he looked like? Okay.
I do remember, yes. I did pull it
I
up
haven't
on
seen it.
Daily
Can you
Mail.
show
I
me
do
what the
remember
guy
seeing
looks like?
it.
He's got a long face.
Okay, so this is a bullshit story. This is like some.
Well, that's the thing, right? is-
That's what we're trying to get to.
Well, so that's okay. So that's kind of why we're bringing this up, right? Is because like when the Me Too movement happened, it's supposed to be believe women, right? So
Leave woman.
so, but is that the angle where you say, well, no, this is obviously bullshit? Well, what if it is true? And then what does that make us?
Bombshell
As a-
sex harassment.
I
There's
understand the
been a
philosophical
lot of
perspective,
like.
but also.
He's an alright dude.
It's a
There's been a lot of like
because it was-
conventionally attractive
Like,
female.
female teachers with male
Exactly,
students.
yeah.
Like, this is a recent one with Noah Beck and Haley Beck. Like Noah Beck, I think, is like a TikTok star or whatever, and so like his sister
That's
has
the name
been
of it.
like dismissed from school or whatever because she was sleeping with a student there.
So if
Noah
if
Beck?
that didn't get caught,
Noah Beck's sister.
so
Noah
Noah,
Beck's sister.
Noah Beck and Haley Beck, I guess they were.
But I'm saying like this also ties into this as well as just like, we have to believe like the victim no matter what, right?
Yes, you do. You're right.
You
yeah.
should probably
So-
listen out to the victim, whoever it
It's
is.
much
But-
harder
but
to
it-
speak out as a victim.
It also like begs the question: if this is like a frivolous lawsuit, it's like the damage is already done, right? Like people have this idea. A lot of people are just like, yeah, this obviously didn't happen. But her reputation is getting affected by this,
Yeah.
no matter what. And there's no, I guess there's no concrete evidence right now. It's all under hearsay.
Well, that's the part. Like, I don't know. Why would a lawyer who's familiar
She's not a
with how
lawyer.
court
Not a
case-
lawyer.
The guy isn't?
Neither of them.
No,
they're
they work for a bank.
financiers. They work at a bank.
Oh, I thought you said J.P. Morgan.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a financier.
J.P. Morgan isn't a
You're thinking of Morgan and Morgan.
Morgan and Morgan for the people.
Which, by the way,
Yes.
they used to live by us. You know that.
Yeah.
John Morgan. lived
Now
right
they own the whole city. So
Yeah,
they
pretty
they
much,
still
yeah.
kind of do live near you, right?
near me.
Morgan and Morgan. This whole time
He's
I was
running
just
for
like,
Congress.
why would a
No,
lawyer,
J.P.
would
Morgan.
know? Not like it's just going to be hearsay.
Yes, but no. I mean,
I mean-
anybody that's a person of power is willing to use that power to do stuff like that. No.
Yeah, so
Exactly.
if it, I mean, I think we wouldn't even be having this discussion if it was twisted around, right? If it was a guy that had said,
I'm
look
not.
at this cannon. And
No,
stuff, yeah.
I think if he was a big shot, yeah, you'd still hear about
Yeah,
it.
you'd still hear about
Well,
it.
I mean, no, we wouldn't be doubting.
Yeah, I
we
think
wouldn't
the
be
way
doubting.
we're
It
talking about
it would
be different.
it would be out of the news cycle, whatever. We might still talk about it because I just hold on to
it's not about
topics.
talking about it.
He would just be on
The
Jade.
flip, you guys wouldn't be talking about this particular situation of not believing. There would be an immediate belief of the victim, and this
Okay, yeah.
the conversation of
Thank
whether
you.
or not he's telling the truth.
But
It's
that's
not even
because
on the
guys
internet.
actually say stupid stuff like that.
is the
Yeah.
problem with
That's
It's
where
just
we're
like-
at.
a lot of
That's
times.
where we're at with all this, and it's like You know, this is what we have been going through as men for so many years. I'm joking.
He's joking.
We're about to throw some heat.
So, but it does kind of lead up to the theme of like what we were talking about before and everything. I think this is a great lead into the other thing about what we initially had spoken about is that why do we believe if it was a woman over a man?
Well, that's just because of how like, sex culture
180
is.
Exactly.
years of recorded examples of that happening versus 6 years of it being possibly in the reverse sometimes.
I wonder what let's say it was real. I think I would hang out with this woman.
I would too.
say
I'm
canon.
so tired.
I think she's cool. I know and I'm going to be victimized or attacked on because I'm like that's the kind of people
Well, hang on.
You're taking off the air.
So.
Okay, would you still hang out with her if you knew she was the type of person to be like, I'll ruin your freaking career, you stupid race.
Right, and
whatever
that
race
she
you
did
are.
add that. You're right.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
based
that
off
word
that
you were
one
saying
thing
earlier.
about cannons is what I'm going
So
on.
you're sold on the cannons. Then.
Yes, because I think if it really
Awesome.
it's awesome that a woman would say, "Look at these cannons." I think it's
And
hilarious.
then call your wife a fishhead Asian loser.
That's over the line. By
I
want to
see her. Can we?
All of those.
We see her and it's like literally.
You know what
And
you
then you're like,
said.
oh.
It's like Yamato from Ted.
You're like, oh,
Yes. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
We're not talking like
We
wide.
can
We're
stop
talking.
saying the whole like string of words.
Yeah, I think it's best we don't. Yeah.
It's like a girl
Well,
version
it's
of
so
Aorn.
like
on a
it's
list
so
somewhere.
overt that it's there's so much
it's
value
like,
in it
it's like you're not
comedically.
real.
like,
You're not a real person.
that's not a real.
A real person.
Well,
wouldn't
have
say
you ever
that.
been drunk and just said some off the rails stuff? I think it's that. I mean, it was at a party, right?
It could have been. I
No,
mean,
it was like a late night.
Which rails?
Late night.
late night working late in the office kind of thing.
So you're on the jury, right? Like, what questions would you ask?
I mean, it's just a he
Well,
said,
that
she
just
said.
depends.
I don't know if it
well,
can
the
go
jury
into
doesn't
it.
ask questions.
Let's do it. Let me ask you something, defendant.
But
Would you do it?
actually, they
tell.
can.
Look in my eyes.
They can talk to the lawyer and say, "Hey, we want to find out this."
Did you do it?
They're trying to get it. But what I'm trying to say is,
Oh, okay.
like, if we're trying, like, I'm trying to give some kind of context of why we're talking about all this. Is like, okay, what would we need to know about this outside of? I think you should make mention that you
Reputation.
kept on calling him Brown Boy and saying you're never going to.
Brown boy, which was he brown? He looked like he wasn't.
No, he's like I think Bangladesh or Indian or something.
Well,
like
did
that.
we get the genetic tests?
All right.
Yeah. Well, what about like the genetic? Yeah.
Well, okay. Either way, brown boy. Like,
Brown boy.
I think you get the point.
So
like,
why?
Yeah, brown boy. You ever see canyons?
Okay, so that's where we're at with all this. Where are we headed? Where are we headed in this conversation? With that?
So
when they're
this-
on the defendant.
Brooke,
Okay, so reeling it in, because Carter,
you.
I'm sure Carter would just run with it, because it's what you were trying to do.
How did she say it? Do the accent. She said it like this. She's like, "Come here, brown boy."
Like, so the thing that I just said, where I'm like, he's gonna try to run with it and make a joke. He's like, no, I wouldn't do that, and then I would do the joke anyways. Here it is.
Could you imagine if I actually said
Okay,
this?
so the thing is, like, it's all irrelevant because there's no evidence right now, and if we don't know if it's going to get thrown out. Like, there's people that there was a whistleblower that revealed the guy's identity because, like I said, he was originally anonymous. He was a John Doe
Which he should
in
have
the
been
lawsuit.
because he is a victim.
So they blow it up, the whistleblower, and they say, yeah, all this is, he's lying. And so that's hearsay in the same way that his lawsuit is hearsay, is that there's no evidence one way or the other. So it might get thrown out. It might get settled out of court. We might never hear about it again. Or it could turn into that one CEO situation where they were caught cheating at the thing and people are still talking about that.
Yeah, Brian Thompson.
Yeah, I seen one
know
of
his
them back in
name?
the news cycle.
Yeah.
The Coldplay, yeah.
Coldplay. What's that?
Yes, at the Coldplay concert.
They keep doing weird interviews. Like the lady went and did an interview like a month ago.
Exactly, yeah. So she's still in the news cycle. So maybe this comes back in the news cycle. As for right now, it hit my news feed, and then it's just kind of sitting there with him getting revealed who he was, and everyone's like, it's just the same two comments on all the forums I see where it's like, oh, I'm going to apply at J.P. Morgan, or or just like, yeah, it's a lie because look at her and look at him. That's like the same.
Look at her and look at him.
Yeah, basically.
So,
So this, or what? Go ahead.
Well, I wanted to lead in
Not about it.
selfishly because of what I would like to talk because I don't know anything about. But there is a revolution, if you want to call it that, of men kind of they're losing their hold on not accepting
The
that women
patriarchy.
are equal.
Yeah,
But
losing
even
the
out
power.
in the work field. And so this kind of leads into what we were talking about yesterday a little bit about the mogging and all that other stuff of like men have to change the way that we think. And we were
And it's
earlier we were
not
ta-
fair.
excuse me.
It's not fair.
It's
Carter.
peacocking. It's so. Yeah.
We just talked about James Bond and how the old James Bond movies, right?
Yeah,
About
how you just rape them. Rape them
there's
into
nothing shy of that.
submission.
You're right.
Yeah, no,
right.
he rapes
But
them
that
into
was
submission.
it's a generational thing, and so men have to understand that this continues to go on, and men and women are equal, especially into the workplace. Do you feel
Yeah.
that this guy is kind of using some of that, like?
He could.
It's like
Is
this
he a
this
grif-
is starting to
yeah, is
become
he-
more and more popular in public opinion and public belief of like, hey, let's go now while the fire's
iron's
hot,
hot, yeah.
and I can go. Everybody's talking. It's just like the Me Too movement, the other way around, opposite. If you kind of think, I'm suggesting that. I'm not saying that might be the case.
Yeah, with the same
I'm
level
trying to give a
of like,
direction to all of what we're
oppression.
talking about.
Honestly,
So
it's like honestly, it's just
but
like
that's what I'm
I can
saying is
say
that's how they're
I can look at
perceiving
Stevie, Hannah, Zoe. I can say it's like I now know what you went through.
All right, Carter, don't be a jackass. Like, I was trying to go down a certain road.
Okay.
I've been through it. Like
All right,
I get it now.
Carter.
About to like get your shit.
All right, go
Get
ahead.
my
Say
shit.
something, bro.
Okay, so we might have to just reel because
not
Carter's
counting.
having too much fun with this.
Oh yeah, God forbid I
No, we're
lied
trying to have a dialogue, and you want to go do your bits, and you can do your bits, but just wait, and you're walking over people.
All right, this.
No, my favorite part of the podcast is when he interrupts,
All right.
because that's always like
Okay, you know
whatever
what?
he's
This
got
is
to
not-
say. It's
This
better.
is not mine. This is not my podcast, and I can feel Brooker's frustration because he's trying to.
I got a couple of
Make it
comments
All right.
from a YouTuber.
Okay, I'm reeling
P.
it in. I'm doing my reel-in
Pico
job. I'm
McCargo
reeling it in,
1260.
okay?
He said he liked it.
He said he liked it, so
So when you see
now
that,
I have
he's
two
trying to do
things.
something, It means stop.
I would just say I'm just going to leave it at this, and then we're going to move on to the next topic. I would need to know they would just need to say one sentence, maybe two, and then just because if she says the way, because nobody talks like that. It's like, I bet your Asian fish head wife doesn't, like, nobody talks like that. So if she's like speaking broken English and he speaks like just like native English, that would kind of fluctuate it on the believability, because if he speaks kind of like a foreigner and then she speaks like
'Cause he's
a native
Indian.
speaker, well, that's what I'm saying, is because if he's saying, oh, she talks like this, which like nobody
And it's
talks
like under
like.
his mannerisms of speech.
Yeah, it's like that kind of influences about it, because it's all hearsay right now anyways. So
I
I
agree
think
with
that
you.
would dictate it,
I
but
agree.
again, this is something we're all going to forget about, and probably
I don't think I'll
Next
forget
week-
about the
I don't think
cannons.
I'm gonna
okay. Well, the
Yeah.
cannon's left in impression.
Asian fish head wife is like pretty freaking
That's what
iconic.
that's what we kept laughing about. I would just think about it and just start cracking,
Fish head
and then
wife.
he would bring it up, and I'm like, no, save it. Okay, so this next topic is pretty tangent, pretty related. So we went to it's this great little local restaurant to Oklahoma. It's called Ted's Cafe Escondido,
Oh yeah, that's
and we go in, me and my dad, and then my girlfriend Julie. And so we're waiting for a table. I go into the bathroom, and then I hear someone come in right behind me, right? And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And legit out of a movie. I thought I was being joked.
Was this recently?
Right? This was yesterday. And legit, like you'd see in a stupid like
Boner
raunchy,
comedy.
like a boner comedy, yeah, where it. Like,
Shut up.
no, I'm serious. Like, it felt like sound effects or whatever. And so I come out and I see my dad's not there, and I was like, was that him? Is he messing with me or something? But no, he's sitting down across the way. He's already got a table, and so yeah, someone really would just have an episode. And the fact of the matter is, if that's not the best review for a Mexican restaurant, I don't know.
Oh, so it's okay for him
Yeah,
to do
it's
a bit
okay
with
for
the
me to
setup.
Well, because there's a
It's
build
relevant.
up, there's a build up and a setup.
There's a story. There's relevance.
I think the problem was the premise, not so much the fact that there was a setup at all. The problem was the premise we're operating from and the subject we're talking
And
about.
what do you mean? What the?
Of like our
The
jokes.
lead into it was pretty good.
I'd be curious to hear more about this topic.
Well,
if
that's
there
what
is
I
interest.
wanted. Carter
did you
can
guys
make
end up
something.
eating?
I had a little burrito dinner.
I had a chicken chimichanga because that's the only thing I ever ordered.
Chicken
at Mexican
chimichanga.
restaurant.
I,
You
I
know
got
what I
the
have?
Gringo Especial. It looked really good.
Okay, hold on. All
Especial.
right, let's talk. Let's do a survey.
Sour cream.
Brooker used to get
Sour cream.
made fun
lettuce,
of when they
shaved
ordered
carrot.
chicken
Okay, so that's what I
chimichanga.
was going to talk about. So when I go out with my coworkers, I would get a little chimichanga, And they're, what are you, kid?
Is the chimichanga? Would y'all consider it as
Yeah,
a,
is that like a
kid?
little
Is
kid
that like
meal?
is that like
No.
dinosaur chicken nuggets? I mean,
No.
It's like
I
cheese
get
roll up
chimichanga.
tier. You know what I mean?
that-
it's
is
just
it?
like
Is it really?
it's a fresh taquito. It's a fresh taquito.
I love chicken chimichanga.
Well, is
That's
it?
the only thing I
Well,
order.
taquitos are corn flour, whereas or is corn.
Why is it considered a kid's meal?
I don't.
Like,
I think
think
because
it's
of
the name.
Chimichanga.
I'm just saying the
Yeah,
name.
also, like,
It sounds like a kid.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fried.
like,
Yeah.
child, like,
Okay,
like chicken
'cause it's fried.
tenders, they're fried.
Yeah, you want to know what I get every time I
Okay.
go there? And it's not a bit. I get like 12 sopapillas because
They're good.
At Ted's Escondido they're like 29 cents
I've
a
never
piece.
been there. I don't
So I'll just get them. I'll get like 2 boxes of them.
It's
and then
all
I'll
right.
just
It's
eat 'em over, like,
Tex-Mex.
2
If
days.
you've ever been to you been to Abel's right there? Okay, well it's just Tex. It's nothing crazy. I like their
That's why I
queso.
don't go.
Yeah, it's okay. It's middling. I need to get my phone. I think I had another topic,
You
but-
don't remember it? Well, I
don't
mean, it's
remember it.
recording though.
but it's recording. That's the problem. So it's up to y'all, my co-hosts, to come up with a new idea.
Well, that's why I would like to talk more because it kind of relates a little bit to where
About
we
the
were talking
farting?
earlier about mogging and this whole push of men really
wanted
trying
a
to
woman's
outdo.
perspective, right?
I love having the women's perspective, but
Stevie?
men being in competition with other men and just giving up by just saying I'm incel.
Listen.
Wait,
and-
what?
Okay, so here's the thing with like the incel thing is because we were talking about it.
You can hold it up.
Now
though.
you,
I can
or
hold
you
it up
can
now.
pin it onto your.
Or you can pin it since Canyon's.
I'll just do it like this, but
scroll in.
Being a bartender right now.
Exactly.
oh yeah, he's helping
Okay,
out.
Cart, go ahead.
I
Incel. we're talking
think
about-
like the big thing that like was important is just like it's the belief that there's a ceiling of your capabilities. Like if you were born like a certain type of, because I mean, me and Hannah, we went to Walmart the other day and we saw some certain people where it's just like, I think there is a limit to what type of girls that guy can pull, and I don't think there's a whole lot that he can do to change that. Like, you know, if you're like 78, you know, and your face has like this weird deformity or something, and a lot of people, I know that's like an extreme example, but a lot of people, their self-confidence is so low, they truly think they're on the same level as that. Like they think it's just like, I mean, look, like there's nothing I can do. Like
do
there's
women
nothing I
have
can
this?
do, and because of that, I will have to be a virgin
But
forever.
I mean, is this only a man thing, and it's something that men have never addressed, and so that's why it's in the forefront right now?
I
being
think
incel.
a lot of them do think it's a man-only issue, even though it's not. It's like women deal with this, yeah.
Deal with the same thing. We deal with a lot of
You don't think women?
pressure. Internalize it.
I think
Internalize.
guys.
Socially, they're not
I-
allowed
I'll-
to express something like that in the same way that men do.
The freak is that?
I'll tell you, it's a drone. I think a lot of it is that men are. Yeah, I've said this a long time. Men think intellectually, women think emotionally, and so intellectually it makes sense. It's like, well, I have a ceiling, so it can't be. That's the reason why that we have to have a definite answer to our situation. So we have to look at things intellectually. Oh, I'm not getting women because of this.
I'll tell you this: it's
And they won't look at
existed.
internally.
It's existed on the opposite side. The reason it's just getting talked about is because it can be utilized as a political moment. How many women do you know, Dad,
with that.
are like all men are just awful people because of how many times they had like I can't get a guy no matter what I do. They internalize it and stuff, and then you have like the fringe cases of like the women who are just like, yeah, all men are just awful pieces of trash, you know. And it's
Say that often.
you say you don't mean it though, like you don't mean.
She's saying.
I don't know. Maybe I do sometimes.
Maybe you do. I mean,
Honestly, I think
Quite
that
a
there's.
bit, but obviously I know Lynn.
Jeff consistently calls me Missanders because of how often I am saying
but and that's the thing is
Misandrous.
misandrous.
Yeah, I like that.
That's-
I've never. I don't think I've ever heard that, but it makes complete sense right when I heard it.
So-
Not to say
so-
that you
so-
are, just like I've never
yeah.
heard that term before.
So, but again,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that like as a woman, for me, I've experienced so many terrible experience. I've just had so many terrible experiences with a man that it's just like at this point, I'm like, unfortunately, in my brain, yes, there is something.
there's a common and that's the thing. In incels, it's the same way. The difference is, I don't know why, and I'm sure there like we can think about it and whatnot. But the thing is that started to emerge in an internet age, and it started to be co-opted into like, oh, we can use this to make a pipeline, get them from right here, and we can get them to right here. We can use that hate,
I agree.
and that's the thing. It's
I
just like
think-
it exists on both
this is what-
sides. It's
this-
just
This is what cracks me up about that is that these are the same guys that are always on the internet and they're not going out and trying to do stuff, and so it's easier to sit behind a computer and complain. and be a
Yes,
victim.
yes.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
And it's both sides. I mean, I know men and women, and it sounds like
Yes,
I'm
yes, but you
attacking
do
men,
have to
but I'm
keep in
not. It's
mind,
like,
yeah.
it sucks. I understand. Like when I was dating after my divorce, like it sucks. Like you're just trying to find the right woman, and you're like, there's something wrong with me because we don't understand. And then once we really start to, analyze ourselves and use our power of using our intellect to instead of and discovering more of our emotional needs and understanding like I can't find anybody that's going to make me happy until I'm happy, and nobody can make me happy.
there's a lot that goes into it, and
you
and
can't do
it's
that
such a
sitting
big
behind a computer
community
not doing
that like
anything.
so many people
Actually,
are
you
on.
can though.
You can sit behind a computer.
Yeah, thank you, Patrick.
and find the right woman.
Yes. It's online dating.
Online dating.
But
yeah.
Discord
you're getting up
kittens.
and you're leaving.
Discord
you're going out and
kittens.
dating.
Dad doesn't know what Discord kittens are. You need to.
So you find a girl on Discord that says she's a woman.
Explain what Discord is to him. 'Cause
I know what Discord is. I know what Discord is. Jeez.
Right.
All right, go ahead. Discord kitties, like Kitty.
No, a kitten. Yeah.
Okay.
You find
You know what Signal is like the group chat with the
I know what Signal is.
It's like
yes.
Skype. You know
Oh,
Skype,
for
right?
the love of Ray J, move on.
Let's
Let me
keep the
tell me
joke.
about
No, let's keep the joke going for another 5 minutes.
I don't do it that
a lot of
bad.
I want to know
material
what a Discord kitty is.
A
please.
kitten.
Kitten.
Where did this come from? Did you say something about that?
He.
No, I brought it up.
Rooker brought it up?
But my dad. But Mitch was saying that he hates it when I call him.
I know. You guys watch Michael, and because Michael called his dad Joe, so and
Okay,
his dad
but-
was abusive,
but-
and I don't want people to think that I'm okay. With you
No,
calling me
outside of the. It's just weird.
You're gonna go out there and perform, boy.
You call your dad dad.
I do call it outside of the
Okay,
podcast. It's just like if I'm like, oh yeah, dad. If I'm talking to Sequoia, I'm like, oh yeah, dad. It's just weird to call my dad.
I
to
understand
Sequoia.
that.
If I'm talking to Carter on the podcast, I'll be like, oh yeah, dad was telling me whatever.
I wouldn't call anybody like Big Daddy unless it was like super ironic, super much a bit.
Well, I'm
Very
talking about
obviously
just. If I was talking.
Sequoia, I want you to call me my dad as well.
a bit. My
That's
dad.
what
Let's
I'm
just make it
saying.
really weird.
Papa.
I like outside of
broken English
like
brood.
this very specific exact scenario. I call him dad.
It's fine,
just
yes.
in this instance. I
So
do call
Discord
him dad.
Discord
I do
kittens.
call him dad.
Discord kittens.
Okay. Anyway, see.
Because you want to keep moving it on. I
Okay,
don't mind
but
it
I'm saying
rambling.
people reel it in, and then I'm trying to.
Yeah, yeah.
But
All
then
right.
he made a face. Anyways, Discord kitten. So you find like a Discord channel for whatever particular interest that you're in. or
Usually
something
boy
like that.
bands.
Usually boy bands, something like that.
A guy would go and find a boy band.
Yes,
Okay.
and then pretend to be a fan.
Well, and
Be
then
a- be a
and
fan,
then they
okay.
pretend
Well,
to either
because
be
what
a
we're
fan.
talking about is fundamentally
Like
just
it has a
legit- as a
girl audience.
disclaimer. What we're talking about is fundamentally predatory. Like this is an advisory. Don't do this. We just know this is a thing that exists. This is not a guide.
okay,
This is not
basically,
a how-to. This is not inspiration that you should take.
Yeah, that's probably a
This
good
is bad.
disclaimer
This
to
is bad. We have
Okay,
to put a
good.
tone indicator. This is a bad thing. Us talking about it is not an endorsement. We're just talking about
Dad's like, so how would you
This
do
is
that?
a
And what
free
type of
speech
username would you make?
it. This is about free speech.
You would go on there.
You infiltrate whatever Discord, and then sometimes they act like a girl, and then you try to befriend them, and then you get them comfortable, and then you ask them out or whatever, and then they.
As a woman,
Yeah, and then
It
you're
just
like,
depends.
Oh, I have
Sometimes-
to cancel. My brother will be there.
Sometimes you say like, "Yes, I'm a dude," and then you try to make something happen. But some of them act like women, or are ambiguous about what gender they are or whatever.
And that's the important part of it.
And then
That's the
it's
important
literally
part,
like
is
the
the
friend
gender
zone thing where
ideology.
you try to become friends with them, and then you try to get them comfortable, and then you say, "Oh, hey, I really like you," and that was your intention from the get go or whatever it was to try to.
Okay.
But anyways, sometimes that works or whatever, right? And then that's when like an relationship starts, and then you have like the kittens or whatever, where it's like, oh, my e-girlfriend or whatever.
and you only communicate via the Discord.
Well,
or do you
situation's
mean-
it just depends. Every situation's
to me,
different.
that's not a real.
It's like
But they
it's
do like
the
voice
catch a
calls.
predator. Sometimes they'll stay on that chat log for a while.
Cat. There's so many catfish.
But
stories about
the
that.
thing is
there's so many
that
cat
it
girls and cat
sometimes
boys.
it materializes. It materializes into a real relationship
And just
for some people.
cats.
But you can say that. But the percentage of that actually working, where do you think it is?
Less than 1%.
Okay,
Less
so
than 1%.
we can't say that this is what they do. This is what has happened, right? I mean, this is
Okay,
not
yeah.
like. I mean, I'm not coming down
that's a
on you.
great distinction.
I don't think that like this is actually. If you set up a relationship that
It
is
has
based
become-
off of fraudulent,
I'll say this: it's
not
happened
gonna go
enough,
anywhere.
Dad. It's happened enough to where it's a meme that
Okay.
people make fun of.
All right,
it
that's what I needed to know. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
It's
All right.
culturally relevant.
Yeah.
culturally relevant.
It's kind of like when you go, when I was a kid, I used to run barefoot on glass. You did it one time. You didn't used to do it. You did it one time. I hate
Both
when
ways,
people do
to
that.
and from school.
No,
every day.
when I was a kid, I used to eat 12 boxes of cereal. And come to find out, it was only 3, and you did it one time.
Are you stopping the recording?
No, I'm trying to look at my notes.
okay. He's
All right,
looking
so
at
as
his
he
notes.
does that, so a Discord, so you and me, Cart can
Yeah.
talk, and Sequoia. So these kittens, they try to
Kittens.
find another.
These cats, as
Let's
they
break
call
it
them.
down. Let's break it down.
and
Little memos.
so in going, this conversation started with like you can't go out and meet anybody if you're just on the computer. I think it was misinterpreted like, oh well, there's online dating. But to me, it sounded like, okay, you got to use tricks. If you're a guy that has to use tricks to meet somebody, there's still some issues. So yeah, you could see why you would be messed up in the head thinking that I can never find a woman.
A lot of
because
people,
you're not doing
yeah.
it right.
Well, yeah, you're not doing. That's the biggest thing. Is like these people are true victims of society. Like I would have probably went down that if you guys didn't force me to go on like camping trips every weekend and force me to be social. It's just like not everybody has like a parent that like forces them to gain the skills. If I didn't go on my mission, I'd be completely different. Like we were talking about how I was before my mission.
Nowadays, parents force their kids to 3-star Angry Birds. I mean, what's going on?
It stopped recording at one point. I think it was when I tabbed out, but just keeping that.
Okay.
So like we lost a whole bunch of stuff.
I don't know how much it was, but I don't think it
Okay,
was too
so
much.
what we were talking about was
Just at
the
the notes,
fact of
yeah.
setting up relationships based on false information, and
Yep.
and then we went down this road because I had said you can't find somebody, and you go, yeah, you can on the internet, you can, and we went down this road with the kittens and yada
Yeah,
yada.
it's really hard, and like the biggest issue, I seem to be the only one who likes social events where you like mingle and stuff. Like,
Oh yeah, no, I'm not.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
like-
a stranger
like
type person.
when
Yeah.
you really like
I'm not
in
stranger
person.
oriented.
Yeah, like
yeah,
I
you're
like.
really good at that, bro.
I don't know a whole like. I don't think
I'm
anybody
not.
here likes going and talking to strangers
I do.
and
I do not.
to like to date them and stuff.
Carter walks up to people and he
Well, I
goes,
mean, I haven't been. in the
what
market
was the
for-
most
That's true.
formative
Yeah.
experience you ever had?
that we were just
Like,
talking
just
about that,
out of
right?
I miss being like.
Okay, yeah, me and
online
Stevie, I
dating,
think are.
Like, I do think that it was like really fun.
Yeah, me and Stevie, I think are in the same boat.
Carter has, and that's why I asked. You need to find out if you have Asperger's because you just.
If you like this, you got some serious.
No,
Because he's so
you
smart.
have like no filter, and like I admire
just
that,
smart in
but
his
sometimes
own-
it embarrasses me. It embarrasses me because I'm not like that, and I'm not.
And I don't
saying-
want them to think I'm like you.
I didn't say that.
I know I'm teasing. Yeah.
I am saying that when I get like, oh my gosh, Carter White, but that's who you are. You will go up to somebody and ask a question like what you had mentioned, and I can never do that. It's hard for me to even talk to people, but I can get in front of thousands of people and I am comfortable as heck. But one-on-one, I don't like.
Yeah.
Like, I'm more comfortable doing this because I know there's a camera there and I'm on stage.
Yeah. I do remember we've talked about that. Just the funds of just talking to some random stranger. Yeah.
It's like it's something new.
I appreciate the hell out of it.
Super familiar and just
There's like this
like I
risk
don't get a rush
almost.
out of like roller coasters, for example, but like having a conversation with somebody that I don't like.
Yeah.
particularly
Oh
like
my.
customer service job. And
Yes.
so,
Yes.
unfortunate but true because I also, in the same sense, hate people
If-
like, as a whole, as a society. But I mean, we're all kind of,
If people came up to me, I could talk to them, but I can never break. I'm working on that tremendously.
what
That's
is
why
the-
I-
It's
That was
easy.
something I had to learn how to do when I was a cop.
The greater the degree of
Because people would just come
uninvolvement,
up
like
to
if
you.
someone's traveling from halfway across the country, the less you have in common with someone, you hear an accent or whatever, I feel like the easier it is to connect because you're like just the very basic, where are you from?
Do you have the
The
questions?
basic,
You
where
have
you're
a lot of
from,
questions.
How's the weather? That becomes a million times more interesting. Like, what was your morning like? Well, if it's your second day in the country, it was probably pretty fucking interesting,
Yeah.
right? Like you got caught off in traffic. There was a big lifted truck, and you go, oh my days, what the fuck is happening? Like that's
Sequoia.
It's
Come on.
yeah.
Words.
The distance between people, the greater it is. I feel like
That
the
was
easier it
pretty
is to break the ice. But the closer people are, the more in common they have, the more
That's
that their
a good
day-to-day
point.
looks the same.
That's
the harder
true.
it is to break the ice because we have these things we're accustomed to. It's like to get
I-
outside
Assumptions.
of yeah.
There's assumptions. I'm very big on like. I mean, the reason for me it's fun and engaging is just because it's like what something happened. It's just because like you're interested. I think like if there's not an interest in some random.
I
Joe
appreciate
Snow,
that you can do that, Carter. It's
I
like
appreciate
it makes me uncomfortable because I can't do it, and I'm like,
What's
you
the,
have no issue going up to somebody and asking them a political question. You have nothing. I'm like, I'm blown away that you can do that. I'm blown away.
Why are you wearing that? And what does that mean to you? Also, do you care that you look stupid?
I'm I don't think you're not trying to be. You're like, I think you
I
really
tried
want
to
know
be
that.
nice. We had.
How about-
I had a coworker.
Hey,
who was
Stevie,
talking
this is
about-
Zoe. Ask her a question.
Oh yeah. Like Zoe showed up, and I'm like, hey, Zoe.
Carter does that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, so do you have any questions?
Do y'all have any questions for Stevie? I'm like, well, let her.
Look at that beautiful vehicle right there. Oh my god.
Off camera. Look
Gorgeous.
at that.
It's a VW van for everybody.
Gorgeous.
It's the 1980s
Incredible.
version.
I got a
Beautiful
question
color.
for you, Dad.
Beautiful color.
What's been like the worst fan
Reminds me of a
interaction?
cigarette.
Fan interaction?
Yeah, like somebody coming up and like,
Maybe
oh
once
my
upon a
god,
time.
like I own all your. Or, like they said
well,
something like.
You're a lot fat. You're not as fat, or you're fatter. Like
Yeah, there you go.
when I
Something-
was
something
fat,
awful.
and I would always get but when I went to start going, they're comfortable enough to somebody's comfortable enough to come up to talk to me and say, and they're probably in their mind thinking this is a compliment. Well, you're not as fat as you look like on TV.
Yeah.
They're not thinking. And once I
camera
understood
really
that,
does
I
add
was okay
15
with it.
or
I'm like,
20.
I mean, there's no way I can go, I'm svelte on, when I'm, 170 pounds heavier than I was. I mean, I knew what I was. And so if it was the truth or not, I made it believe like, you know what, they're comfortable enough. I've made them comfortable enough to where they
they
can
see you
come
as
up
like a
and talk
friend
to me.
almost, yeah.
They feel comfortable. And so I feel like I did a good job on TV. So
So you never had a bad fan interaction where
I
they
don't
were
think
like,
so. I never remember any.
where they're like, you were wrong about the wet. You said it was supposed to be sunny.
That's probably why. Yeah. You would get that all the time. Somebody that would like they would watch here, but I do the weather in Oklahoma. And I'll say, hey, partly cloudy today. It was mostly cloudy here in Watonga or wherever they're from. I'm like,
Is that actually happening?
yeah, a lot. And and then they'll go, the weatherman's only job it gets to be, they get to be wrong 70% of the time and keep their job.
You know how many jobs? If I was wrong 70%, I'd be fired.
And so,
I bet you haven't heard that before.
so what I always said was, look, I say,
That is kind of an Oklahoma exclusive thing, though, in a way. Not Oklahoma exclusive, but like
Weather
Weatherman
is-
Joe, it's so played out. It's so
well, in Oklahoma it is. When I first
If you don't
started,
like the weather, wait 5
I
minutes.
used to watch Gary. Yeah, but that's in Florida. It's the same way.
Yeah.
So, but you're 100% right. Everybody will say that. When we lived out in Utah, I was like, you know what they say about Utah weather? Or just wait 5 minutes. What are you talking about? It changed. It was snow
37% of the United States.
I'm like, where do you get?
37% probably.
And,
Maybe
and
40. Some are saying 45.
They would say that all the time, and I'm like,
What's your response? So did you have?
so
like,
I would come up and go, well, I'm not in production. I'm only in marketing. I would say that. And I go, God's in production. I'm in marketing. Sorry. And
So you believe in God now too? They're like just completely like aggressive.
yeah. Yeah, but I never had any. I don't think I ever had a bad interaction. Usually, if people don't like it, they're not going to come up and talk to you. So, and I'm sure I had people that just didn't like me on TV because I was loud and boisterous and and always kind of like doing it, kind of like doing a podcast where you got to do a running
7
joke.
minute long running bit that everybody wants to move on from.
Exactly, that's what I was like.
Except for the guy.
What are you talking about?
Just how I like doing bits.
I think we're
I'd
making
like
fun of
to
each
run
I
other.
thought he was
forever.
making fun of me.
No,
No,
I was
I'm
making
making
fun of
fun of
them.
family.
You actually have not said a word in the last 5 minutes, which is
Yeah, are you all right?
Just good, he's listening.
What were you thinking about just now? Because you looked like you were deep in thought.
This is a terrible episode.
I think it's one of the best. Like it's the one I'm.
Well,
happy
I
with.
wanted to talk about this mogging.
This is the worst.
I don't understand it, and this is what I thought this would make a great
This is
segue
probably
into
the
it.
best
I love it.
episode.
I love being able to like look over and see the audience, and it's just like it feeds it. It's like even with like
He's a performer.
yeah. If like the thing didn't get recorded, I'm still gonna
Here's
have, like,
what:
a good
if
time
we
memory of
wanted
this.
to do this right, we need to do like Donahue, where if they say something, then we need
need
to
to
go
get-
with the
yeah,
microphone,
yeah.
and you would talk to them. That way, they're on stage.
Well, I
and
was
then
thinking
we're-
about wanting
Exactly.
a way to
Well,
set
I
that up
mean-
because I think that would be really freaking fun. Like I want to make this like a normal thing. Where
Are we
have
going to talk about
coffee.
mogging or not? Can you just give me a
Burger?
Just
go.
because I've said it 10 times and people are going to go, why don't you say something about it?
Yeah, say it,
Explain what
Brooker.
mogging is. I'll keep my comments to a minimum. I am very get out of it.
Are you pissed, Brooker?
Mogging is like where you think you look better than somebody else.
And mog stands for. Is it a word or is it?
Isn't it like when you? It's that thing.
Okay, it doesn't
that,
stand like
we
man.
can't say it on
oh,
broadcast. We can't.
It's that thing that Zoolander does.
It's like
Steel blue.
male.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's doing the
Cat-
face
cat
pose.
face.
Okay, so you're trying to like if I like right now I'd be like if I was up here I'd be like
Yeah,
I'm
that-
mogging.
Yeah, I think so. I think,
Yes.
Yeah, it's like
Yes.
what Zoolander does. Yeah, it's
now
like
do this.
doing like a face.
Hold on, this is my Ray Liotta. It's the same Ray Liotta fish.
So mogging is well, I don't even think that's the mogging, but it's
Is it
where you
not?
put
Maybe,
your, you put
Mogging
your
is the
tongue.
act of like just getting more attractive than somebody else and
Having
showing
to be-
It's like being-
by
being
showing
the
off how
hot
attractive you are than other people.
Yeah, it's being the most
The act of
attractive
crushing
person.
your
in
bones.
the room.
And
little
but
by
is that
little.
is it mogging
It's a
for?
culture around.
So when let's say I'm somebody who
Mewing.
subscribes to mogging, I would have came to this campsite. I would have probably wore all the tight fitting stuff and try to show my body off or peacocking or whatever, and so that I feel superior to you. And you were talking about alpha dogs, alpha males, remember? So and try to be the alpha male, right?
So I was trying to tell him that that's not a real thing, and he's like, "No, it is."
Alpha dogs and but alpha male. You can't tell me alpha male is not a real thing. I know there's always there's
Where do you
alpha
think
males.
the science came from?
It obviously comes from the wolf pack.
Right. Did you look into that research?
I told him about this.
We've already
I
had the
said that it's
discussion
been
about
And what was your response? Yeah, well, it's still real.
No, I have two cats, and there is a dominant cat, and there is a cat that is not. And to me, in the animal world, and
It
if you
is
look
social
at
dominance, but the actual hierarchy is a very particular thing that is observed in nature that we see with like primates.
Lions.
That's a big thing.
Yeah, to
But
say
it's
one
not
of
the same
us.
thing within wolves. So I think the social
Yeah, so
aspect
it's
is
just
more
like,
extrapolated.
why are we doing the whole
than-
Pikmin thing of just like, well, certain people are this and
but don't lions have?
Look,
yeah, they
you're
do.
either
The women,
a
the
red
female
Pikmin,
lions are like the ones.
you're a
that
blue
are-
Pikmin, or you're a yellow Pikmin.
Yeah.
There are a select few. Listen to me. There is Olimar and Louis. That's it.
You're
That's
either an
it.
Olimar or
You're not one of those guys.
I'm trying to figure out what y'all are talking about.
And look,
Here's the thing. Why are you comparing us to wolves? Like why not compare us to primates?
Because that's
or,
what we're doing.
Or
See,
squirrels.
But we've already had this episode.
Yeah, we've already had
Yeah,
this
well,
episode.
You
so
guys
let's
are
go.
arguing. The concept is
you know
still
that was
there.
one of the not
Look,
one of the
what I-
originals.
what I-
that was one of the first shorts, one of the first YouTube shorts ever uploaded from the.
You
Broken
can
English
ask a
Public Podcast.
question, but
Come closer to the mic.
All right, who's asking the question? All right, I got.
Brooker.
All right, we're giving
Brooker's
the.
talking to.
well, that's why we
So-
would need a rolling camera.
So what people don't know is that there is actually another English child, and her name is Kennedy, Zoe Kennedy.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yes,
and you
okay, so
don't
go
get
ahead.
to see any
I
because
was just gonna say
nobody's
if
moving the camera.
Do you wanna
the
be on
audience
camera?
could have influence.
Say again.
I want the audience to.
That's
they
what
were. I mean,
You know, like
Stevie
how
was
comics
talk-
are like, all right, give me a setting, like.
That's I was.
like
Oh
Okay, I'm on mic.
demonetized or something.
no,
I-
Kennedy, or Sequoia was already.
Okay.
This is the last episode.
This is the last episode. Burger's over there. He is not
This is the
happy.
last episode.
Do I push a button if I need to make a marker?
This is
I don't. I don't.
Season
I don't
one
have any.
It's like such a
It's
mess.
terrible.
This is incredible.
Who-
I'm with you, Zoe. And I
Besides the
think we
people
were
that
going
are
to get a
in this
mic
video,
and
who
we're
are
going to
I
start
think-
hosting these more often.
think we
And
should-
I watch. These are the kind of podcasts I watch.
Maybe.
No.
It's real.
I-
It's real. It's
Yeah.
it's so much more.
I don't. I don't
Alpha.
have.
So was it?
We
was-
need we
No,
need
they
better
have one
camera.
over
We
there.
need
Like
more
talking
production
about-
value.
Oh shit! Like,
See, hey, you know what would have been funny?
What-
Is if we were
what-
sitting here
I
in
think
front
we're
of the
still
bar,
rolling.
and you had like a
Oh, we are.
green screen. You had a green screen behind you, and then like
1 minute into the episode it falls down and it's just real nature.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you have a green screen of nature and then you're like,
No, it's
oh.
even funny of the same shot. Of,
Yeah.
what's behind it.
Same shot.
That would be awesome.
Here's what I think is funny. So you said can we the audience have say something, and we're like okay, and then put Cameron. You didn't say anything.
She said she wanted audience participation.
I know, but she didn't participate.
Yeah. Do you have a topic you want us to talk about? That was kind of the
Do
idea.
you have something you want us to talk about? No. Peanut gallery.
Wait, actually.
Yes, she does.
Do you remember Retro Bill?
Retro Bill.
Yeah, wasn't he like
What is retro?
Brooker's like flashbacks?
Yeah, I remember.
Stay off the drugs, kids. And like,
Was it you that?
You know it came out.
I've never heard of Retro Bill.
You know it came out recently, right?
Let's hear this. Give us the
So
backstory.
retro, so I think
Do you want it on camera?
I don't get too close to this, right?
No.
So
it
Retro
doesn't
Bill is like this character that like only exists in Florida, and like they would come like our elementary school would do like morning news, right? And we would like the 5th graders would be in charge of the morning news, and Retro Bill came to our school and like did like a promo for us, and like was with the anchors of like 5th grade, and like it was about like not doing drugs, how to say no to a stranger trying to get in your car, like kids safety stuff. And there's like songs, and it only exists in Florida. But I feel like anytime I reference that
That's
to
a lie.
someone, no
in
one
other
knows what I'm
places?
talking about.
He's everywhere.
He's everywhere.
I've never heard of Retro Bill.
Retro Bill.
He's
Look him
not
up.
he's not an Oklahoma personality.
So
Sorry,
wait, y'all
but
talked
guess
about
what?
Channel 5, right? Do you what's that movie? That Nick Cage
Did you say
movie?
Channel 5 covered him?
Yeah, he did an interview with him, and
Yeah.
about like it is
In Oklahoma?
No.
No, no,
Channel
no.
5 is a
with
it's a YouTube
with
channel.
Dare.
alright.
He was
I don't know.
associated with
Channel
the
5 in
Dare
Oklahoma.
Association.
How am I supposed to?
Anyway, it's on YouTube. You can watch all of them.
Okay, yeah,
They're
so
like 2
so Retro
minutes.
Bill, he's actually, I wanted to make like a child predator joke. He's actually a really cool dude. He's kind of like an Elvis impersonator in a way, where it's like he's got the slick back hair. He wears like bowling shirts and stuff.
okay.
And you just see real wacky, kind of like that or whatever. And remember, like little zoom in shots
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff.
Zany.
Yeah, just really zany, annoying. If you're not like 5 years old, kind of thing. But that makes me want to watch that though.
He probably worked at Disney at one time, since it's Orlando.
But yeah, it was tangential to Dare. So what?
I looked up the Dare thing.
The Dare thing was.
It went Dare, just say no, and then
Dare's still a thing.
Yeah, Dare, it went just say no, then Dare,
let it
right?
Do you think the DARE program was an overreaction from the
Did you just
Woodstock
ruin my chair?
parents and generation?
I
think it worked?
I actually
Like Woodstock was a big pendulum swing
I
into
looked
Reagan.
into the Dare thing.
What tilted the needle
From Carter to Reagan.
down on that kind of stuff. Like they had all their
What about me?
Woodstock '99 or '70.
Exactly.
It
I was going to
here's
say the one that was a travesty. That was like actually a nightmare.
Okay, so I looked into Dare. It was apparently a means to the end. Basically, cops aren't allowed to be in school system, like school environments, without like a purpose. So like, I think the guy, like the what do you call it? The head
It was
deputy. What do you call that?
The sheriff.
Is it the sheriff? The lieutenant? I don't know. Anyways, the guy in charge, like that happened during the Rodney King, was a part of it apparently.
From DC too, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think so. Or something. He was over like the Rodney King thing, and so that's a bit of like the history of who this guy is or what he's like okay with happening. So basically, he formulated a plan to excuse having police officers inside the thing, and then also be able to start getting them to interrogate kids to file
They
like
got
reports.
kids to like basically
Rat on your parents, essentially. Yeah.
It was a big like scheme to just.
It was a scheme. They knew it wasn't going to work. They were told it wasn't going to work. He didn't care because he was just like, getting them to stop doing drugs isn't the point.
I think there's a little more to it.
Yeah.
I think it was like co-opted by like some presidential cabinet where they like were working with it, where they wanted to do with what you're saying, but that there was a lot more influence from like the executive branch.
They wanted to, they didn't think that they can do it, and they really want him to do it. It was almost as if it was a
Dare.
A dare.
I knew as soon as you started talking, my
give you credit.
English radar is so on point. As soon as you started talking, he's gonna make some joke or something. Like it's not gonna be like information. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Would you say it's like similar to My Tale? Is that what you said?
I'm just having English radar. I can just
English
tell.
radar. That's like a great. Zoe's the only one that doesn't like go out of her way to lie all that much.
No, she does. Every now
She
and
does.
then.
It's just not for comedic
Way to
purposes.
lie. It's more like joking, Carl. It's not a lie.
Yeah, Zoe lies. She just doesn't make jokes.
It's just the bits. It's the bits.
It's the bits.
There's a proclivity for bitivity. Activity.
Clavity.
That was very nice.
Clavicle.
Proclivity to bit activity.
All right,
Back to something we don't
so
wanna talk
is there anything? Because we're about to wrap up the episode.
Can we get
No.
a survey on how
We're only halfway through. Are you
We're
kidding
halfway.
me?
Welcome to the
halfway
halfway
through.
point,
Maybe at
ladies
the,
and gentlemen.
maybe at the
Halfway
end.
point.
I'm running out of battery on my phone.
No,
less.
season 1 finale.
No.
It's the double feature length episode.
No, Brooker's not happy.
1 hour 35 minutes.
Everybody else is like.
Okay, well, look,
so-
we can talk.
hour
Well, okay, again,
35.
we're working against my phone's battery. But
That's
is there
fair.
any topics somebody has?
Yeah,
that
so
they
let's
want?
get some audience participation. So go ahead and give that to somebody in the audience.
So Retro Bill, he's
Who's got the
interesting
most
guy.
controversial
Patrick?
topic?
He's still touring.
Hannah's giving her head.
Patrick?
But yeah, if there's no more
Gibbles?
topics,
Why?
Zoe and Ethan, it's up
We
on
could
you.
talk about that
why?
for a while.
Because
Zoe's thinking.
I actually thought about this in advance.
because
Yes.
why
okay.
not?
Retro Bill was one of them.
Retro
Maybe
Bill
the
was
only
of them.
one. Anything to say about the individual on this packaging that we see before us here? Seems like a whole topic.
Audience wants to
Somebody earlier said something like, "I love Hitler."
I love something.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
I love.
I'm in the game.
It was a straight up smiling friends.
What do you have to say?
No.
What was her
Well, this
question?
was a great episode. This is the last one. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a great thought
What do you mean
experiment.
the last one?
This is the last
we'll
episode.
Get the kinks.
We're never
worked
doing it
out.
anymore?
No, this was all
If
of
you
a
believe
big
in your
experiment.
heart-
Wanted to see if it could be
Wait,
done.
the last episode, y'all
He
ain't
does
There-
this all the time. You don't watch the shows.
It will
No, I don't
continue
watch
as
it,
long
Dan,
as you
'cause y'all
believe.
cuss too much.
As long as you support, as long as you love, as long as you hope,
It's a bit.
it will be there.
That's the bit. All right,
Never
this is
give
the
up.
last episode. Thanks for
Okay,
watching.
It
very
will
good.
always
I like that.
continue. Don't
That's
believe
funny.
that.
Can I promote mine?
Sure, why not?
Dude,
Go
like
ahead.
the
The
whole thing,
Superior
this'll be a
English
cut,
podcast.
We don't need it. We don't need it. He's got it right here. We don't need it.
Surround
Check out the brand new Opinionish podcast. You can go to opinionishpodcast.com.
That'd be a little-
We're going to be, in my next episode, we're going to be talking about mogging, and this was supposed to be a little bit of my researching, and clavicular, is that his name?
Yeah, it's like a
And we're
certain
talking about that.
disease you get.
If you also, right now, if you've heard the saga of Sloth World that's happening in Orlando, where 52 sloths have died so far in a matter of 2 months.
Why didn't they talk about that?
That's what his podcast is.
That's
for.
what my podcast is, opinionishpodcast.com, and it, are you going to put it up on the screen? There? And this is going to be the next Tiger King, that story. I
Sloth
guarantee
King
it.
story?
The sloth is going to, this guy is
Slaughter of the sloth.
you guys aren't going to believe this guy. He's just like Joe Exotic, this guy, except he has a lot of money, and he's about to get, the law's about to come down on him.
Hang out with the sloth
There you go.
Everybody can invest
A sloth coin is going to be beautiful. There you go. That's it. Thank you for allowing me to promote it.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Oh shoot!
Thank you. I broke my cardinal rule of holding my
shoot. The
yeah.
battery's been dead for the last like 30 minutes, 2 hours.
I'm gonna take it off.
You can end it there, Berkey.
All right.
Say bye, everybody. Say goodbye.
Goodbye.
I'm
Say-
fucking done
Carter,
with this
say
podcast.
goodbye.
I'm fucking done. Brooker's like, I'm fucking done.
Oh yeah, it didn't record any of that.